The Last of Us TV show season 2 has been very, extremely disappointing so far. Um, I've decided the rest of these shorts will not be diving into spoilers, only the full video that I make will. So let me just say this. Doing the events with different characters and out of order, like they have been so far, has severely undermined and changed the experience that the game has set up. And I repeat, this was their chance to put their foot down, and they didn't. And I do partly blame Craig Mason, or Mason, I forget how you say it, which I have been this whole time. But for season 2, I do need to put some blame on Neil Druckmann, because he didn't put his foot down and say, you know what, Abby did need muscles. He decided to throw it into, we don't really care if the character looks like how they do, first and foremost. We care more if they can act how that character acts, which first, Ellie and Joel don't act anything like Ellie and Joel, or maybe they do a small bit, but not really. And Abby, well, I'll admit, her face looks the part, her character again doesn't act like Abby, and also her muscles weren't really just visual, they were part of her story, and they're not there. But, you know, I already covered that, I think. We're going into episode 2 and 3, what I'm covering. The major, episode 2, better than episode 1, but it was still bad. I found myself in episode 2 going between this is awesome and this sucks, and the major moment, they do it so well and so bad at the same time. I don't know how they pulled that off. Episode 3 was horrendous. I hated episode 3. Nothing happened of importance. Everything that changed was unnecessary and terrible. They tried to make Seth more sympathetic, which was a terrible idea since Seth's whole role in the game is just to be an a-hole. Like, you're meant to... And it's not like in most media where they just have a jerk character to be like, oh, he's a jerk. In the game, it's because in the beginning of the game, you're meant to think, oh, Ellie was a bit of a jerk to that guy. He was being nice, made him sandwiches. And then later on, you're like, oh, actually, no, he's a jerk. But in the show, they show him being a jerk and then try to make him get more sympathetic, which I don't like. But moral of the story, show so far is a 2 out of 10. We'll see where it goes. I really hope it gets better. Last of Us 2 is my favorite game of all time, and the show is ruining it.